Western Australia, from the remote capital of Perth to the rugged coastal beauty, from the splendour of the giant tingle trees to making your fortune prospecting for gold. Join us as we spend 2 weeks discovering a small fraction of Australia's largest state. From the capital of Perth, we're starting our northbound loop by travelling to Cervantes, home of the Pinnacles National Park. These amazing rock formations have been formed by erosion and weathering over millions of years. As the sun begins to set, the rocks take on an orange hue and long shadows add to the atmosphere. Before night falls, we just have time to visit a local lake and see some stromatolites, which were responsible for early life on Earth by releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. Continuing north to Kalbarri, there's plenty of opportunity along the way for scenic coastal lookouts. Just before we reach Kalbarri is the Blue Holes, a popular spot for locals to snorkel. Outside our motel room, there's some local wildlife chewing on the lawn. As well as the kangaroos, there are galahs, pink and grey parrots who get on fine with the other wildlife. We're up early to see the daily pelican feeding. There's just a single pelican here today, so he gets plenty of fish from the visiting tourists. While it's still early in the day, we walk the first trail in Kalbarri National Park. It can get up to 50 degrees here, so you don't want to be out here in the middle of the day. Our first trail takes us to the Z Bend lookout, a meandering gorge of the Murchison River. Our second stop is the more sedate Skywalk. If you suffer from vertigo, it's probably not for you, but it does offer an expansive view of the park. Our final trail leads to a hidden point of interest. Behind the last rocky outcrop is Nature's Window, a natural formation which frames the river and gorge below. Today we travel to our northernmost destination of Coral Bay. The weather is hot and windy, causing dust devils to appear, or willy willies as they are known to the locals. The white gum trees welcome us to our halfway spot, Carnarvon, home of the satellite tracking station which sent the signal to the Apollo missions to leave Earth's orbit and head to the moon. After a long day's driving, we finally arrive at our destination, home to the beautiful Ningaloo Reef. The next day, a freak misty day stops a spotter plane from looking for the manta rays we'd hoped to see. But there's still plenty of underwater wildlife on offer, from dolphins to turtles and various fish swimming around the colourful reefs. These numerous reef sharks gather at this particular white coral to have their teeth cleaned by small fish. The highlight of the day is meeting this 85-year-old loggerhead turtle called Albert. Now it's time to head south again, a few days on the road with some scenic stop-offs along the way. Finally, we arrive at Walpole, our gateway to the forest of giant trees, which we'll see tomorrow. We're continuing on to the southern port towns of Albany and Esperance. Our first stop today is at Elephant Rocks and the nearby Greens Pool. We spend a few days relaxing at Hopeton and the nearby Fitzgerald River Park. Continuing on to Esperance, we visit Twilight Beach and Lucky Bay, where you can see kangaroos along the wide beach. We're heading north again to Kalgoorlie, a famous gold mining town. Arriving at the town, we get our first glimpse of the Super Pit, an enormous mine that just keeps getting wider and deeper. We visit Hannan's tourist mine to see the machinery and historical artefacts of the mining community. next morning we have a special surprise and are taken to a tenement to really look for gold. We get excited when we find a target, but unfortunately it's just an iron staple. Our host shows us the gold he's found over the last few months. From here it's off to lunch at the historical Broad Arrow Tavern, before participating in a traditional Sunday gambling activity here in Kalgoorlie, 2 up. Everybody's gambling against the person throwing the 2 coins. I don't really understand the rules, but there's a lot of money being won and lost here. After 2 weeks on the road, it's our final drive back to Perth. We've a day before leaving Western Australia, so we start by visiting Elizabeth Quay in the centre of the city. From here we're taking a hop-on hop-off bus, so we can get a flavour of everything Perth has to offer.